Hello, I'm Quinn. This is Elvish. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, that's Violet. You know, when I feel like just does not like Violet, always forgets about her.
What? I love cats.
But hello. We are
Hello.
Night Court Narrative. Um, Today is a very interesting, probably very, very short video if I'm being honest with you. We are doing King of Pride. It's a part of the King of Sin series by Anna Huang. Um, yeah. This is a book. Um
I fell asleep.
I actually think I think Quinn DNF'd it and
You pushed
I
through.
I pushed through. However, this time it was my fourth time DNFing the book. I did finish it this time finally, but I have DNF'd it 3 to 4 times now. Once over last summer, once last fall, once the new year, and then now this time, and I almost DNF'd it again, but I was like, no, you know what? I'm putting my foot down. I need to make a video on it. I'm gonna finish it, and at what cost?
At what cost? No. No.
No, don't get me wrong though. The ending was actually like pretty good. Like the ending from like let's say chapter 25 all the way to the end, it actually made me up the rating by a whole star. So,
This does make me a little sad because I did start, no, stop reading at chapter 24, I think. And you said
right.
it started getting good at chapter 25. And I was like, damn it.
Yeah,
Damn it.
so the thing with, this book, if you guys saw the last video, which was King of Wrath, that was book one. That one easily became one of my all time favorite books. I love King of Wrath so much. However, Quinn has never read it, so I actually sent him a really long DM, like, this is everything you missed, basically doing
Yeah.
like a massive summary. And the book was really bad. And he was like, I don't mean to be this person. Like, I know you love this series, but what the fuck am I reading? And I was like, no, like, that's so valid because this book is kind of ass. But then chapter 25 hit, and I'm like, okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Chapter 26, 27, 28. Now we're on like chapter 35, and I'm like, holy fuck, this feels like King of Wrath again. Like, I don't know what happened, but the author needed some time to get her like mojo back. And by
She
the
was
end of
just
this book,
cooking.
yeah, like at the end of this book, it was there.
I'm a little upset I didn't finish it. I might finish it. But it just felt really slow. Like I didn't want to read it. I'm a very fast-paced person. Like I have to jump into things. Like I can't do that slow burn bullshit. Like I gotta go. I gotta go. But um yeah, this just was like too slow. I was just sitting there
No, I
and I was
agree.
like, okay. But if it gets good on like the next chapter, I'm like, oh well, maybe I should go back and read it. Shit, you know? So,
Right.
you know, I probably will. Especially if we're gonna, which we are, continuing to read the series. So, yeah.
That is so valid. Oh my god. It was so slow. But I guess super quick. I feel like the majority of this book is going to be just the summary. But as y'all know, we do complete summaries from beginning to end. There are spoilers. Yeah, don't come at me. Um,
Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler.
but no, we follow our two main characters. We have Kai Young and Isabella Valencia. Um, Isabella, if you remember, we do meet her in King of Wrath. She is the bartender at Valhalla. She is also the best friend to Vivian, which was the female main character of the very first book. Um, she is struggling to write her erotic fiction novel. It's going to be her debut novel. Um, Kai is attempting to become the CEO of his family's media empire. Um, yeah, Valhalla has absolutely zero frat rule, so obviously members can't date employees, so keep that in mind. But just like King of Wrath, Kai's mother attempts to set him up with a woman that she approves of, and of course Kai wants nothing to do with her because he likes the edgy purple hair tattoo girl that's slinging drinks and whatnot. I have words to say about that, but
Yeah.
I'll wait. Um yeah, so literally I'm trying my best here because when I tell you not a lot happened in this book. Basically Kai and Isabella, they sneak around, they do end up sharing some sweet nothings. Eventually someone that's in the running for CEO as well ends up getting photos of them and leaking them to tabloids, which then in turn makes Isabella lose her job. She also ends up, Kai ends up losing his spot for CEO, so he does have to watch his family business go to an asshat, which is the asshat that ended up leaking the photos, which he does end up confronting and gain CEO back. Isabella starts working as Alessandra's personal assistant, if you will. And if you don't know who Alessandra is, she is one of the CEO's wives. We do meet her a little bit in King of Wrath, a little bit in this one as well. And she is also the main character of King of Greed. So we will definitely deep dive into her in the next episode. But yeah, that is. Let me turn the page. Hold on, guys. Chill out. Let me flip it. Yeah, that's basically it. Isabella does finish her manuscript. She ends up getting her dream publishing company to publish her book, which her book does end up in bookstores, and she becomes a bestseller, which is pretty cool. They do end up living happily ever after. Kai proposes, she says yes, and that's the book.
You know, I hate happily ever afters. I'm so sorry. You know, I don't know what's wrong with me. I need someone to like stab me in the heart, like with emotions. You know, like I can't do happy endings, or it just doesn't feel complete.
Just wait until you do the traveling book with me. The book I'm sending you does not have a happily ever after, and you're gonna be like, Elvish, what did you do to me?
What did you do to me? Yeah, I don't know. I just like books that have like juicy endings, you know? Like you don't know. Yeah. But if it's a happily ever after, it's just like, oh, that's sweet. And then you forget about it.
Right. No.
Yeah.
I have beef with this book for I have a little bit of beef with this book. I don't know if you want to go first or if you want me to just say what I have to say and then we go back and forth, or I don't know how you want to do this.
I mean, my beef is very slow. I mean, it's just about it being slow is what I mean. So I can say my piece and then you can say yours if you'd like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What I have written here is I feel like the book has like a good concept, and it's like I personally it felt like every like rich relationship, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if I can compute that properly, but like, you know, there's Kai, and then there's Isabel, and then they're just, or Isabella, whatever. I think she's called Isabel a couple times in the book, but I'm shortening it to Isabel for my sanity. She I don't see the chemistry. I'm sorry. But overall it felt slow and uninteresting. I don't know. A few chapters got good though. But overall, I just felt like it was a classic rich scenario that was like, yeah, I met you in a bar.
The end?
The end. The end.
Okay, so literally my beef is kind of the same. One, my beef is I don't like how slow the book was. I feel like there was absolutely no chemistry between the two main characters. There was also very little character development as far as Kai went.
Yes.
There was even a point in the book where, mind you, this is during a spicy scene. Okay, hold up. Okay, hold up. So, mind you, I did half physical book, I did half audiobook. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so in the audiobook, it's a random guy putting on this horribly fake British accent, and I mean, it is horribly fake. So, mind you, I can't do a British accent, so pretend this is a British accent. He's like, oh yeah, you like that? Oh, I'm going to plow harder. And I'm like, what? Are you cringe?
You sounded Scottish.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm like, cringe. Oh, like, it just, like... But then, in the same, like, breath, he's like, am I so boring to you? Yes. You are. Yes. And, like...
Oh my god.
And then, like, okay, Isabella didn't really have any character development going on with her. However, I have beef with it because Isabella is a quote-unquote, if you will, alternative Missy. She has purple hair, she has tattoos, she has a snake named Monty, which, mind you, Monty is the only saving grace of this book. If the book was
Monty
all
carried.
about Monty, Monty is only in maybe one chapter, but mentioned in like 3 chapters, and he
should have been told from Monty's point of view. Monty ate a rat, that's the whole book.
Why is it that every alternative written character is always weird as fuck? Now,
dude, I don't know.
As an alternative girly myself, and like, and every time she opened her mouth, it was either about dildos, condoms, sex. Yeah, no, she... Oh,
yeah,
and then...
That sums it up.
And very rarely she would mention Monty, and that was it. So it just got to the point where she had no class whatsoever. And I understand she's supposed to be like this lower, like, I'm the lower class here working with all upper class. I understand. But she had absolutely zero class. And her quote-unquote class was just because she was an alt girly with purple hair and tattoo. So it made it right, if that makes sense, which it didn't. It actually made it like super fucking cringe.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Kai's voice actor, he put on this really horrible British accent, and when I tell you, it was so hard to follow anything that he was saying because like it was just so fucking cringe. Like, if you read the physical book, it's even slower, because you can't pick up the speed. I was listening to the audiobook at 2.25 speed, and I'm like, when will this bitch end? But
when will it end?
we do get to see and meet a little bit of Sloane, which is the friend. We get to see a little bit more of Dante and Vivian, which is fantastic. I absolutely love Dante so much. He was the main character of King of Wrath. And we do, as I mentioned, get to meet Alessandria. I'm sorry, her name is very fucking hard to say.
It's weird, I get it. I can't even say it in my mind.
I think it's Alessandria because it's S's.
Alessandra?
I don't fucking know. Alessandra?
Wait, no.
Is it Alessandra? Wait. I don't know.
I don't know. Wait, no, because it's Ia. I don't know.
But I really like her. I know in this book you don't really get to see too much about her, but I actually really like her character. Her character is very interesting and very modern, modest, and sleek. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but like I like her character. So going into Greed, I'm really excited to see how her character develops, if that makes sense. I don't even know if I have anything else, to be real with you.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else either, to be honest.
This was just a very, very, very slow book. I'm pretty sure. So, even though the King of Sin series is a series, and going into the next book, you have to know well, you don't have to, but it's easier to know the previous history to know what's going on with the characters. But you could easily skip this and not lose any information whatsoever. Even like, yeah, like you,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
It's kind of just bland. I mean, I see where the author was going, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, that happened.
Yeah. Well, for my rating, the original rating I gave it was a 2.
Mhm.
However, from chapter 25 to the ending, it actually made it give me what? What?
What?
It made me give it a 3. So the ending did turn it around. The ending did feel very King of Sin-ish, so I did like that. So I gave this book a 3.
I might have given it a 3 if I finished it, but I did give it a 2 for the reasons I previously listed. Obviously I didn't finish it, you know, as I've also previously listed. But yeah, I gave it a 2 just because I felt like the book was slow and I just couldn't finish it because I was really bored. I'm sorry. I feel so bad when I rate a book low because I'm like, oh, what if the author sees this and they get discouraged? They don't care. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right. It's funny too because Quinn messaged me and he was like, I don't think I can do it. And I was like, DNF. And he was like, no, like I need to finish. I was like, you are okay to DNF. Like I've had to DNF books on this podcast as well. Like you are okay. No one's gonna look down on you. And he was like, bet it's gone.
Bet it's out of sight. Like,
Within the same breath, I'm like, oh, okay, chill.
yeah, it's gone.
Well, I've never done this in a podcast video before, so take this for what it's worth. I personally have already finished King of Greed as this video is being recorded. I will say, please take a look at the next video because it is way better. So we'll go into depth and detail about that, but it is way better.
Finished it, but it is way better so far.
So if this was a letdown, go to the next one and we'll like hype that shit up for you. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. All right, I guess that's it. Okay, bye.
Bye.